Hi, this is Vigor Maine with Cheerful Greetings, and today we're going to make a notepad for our junk journal, and it is one that has two pockets, one on the outside and one on the inside. And you have your note paper, and then you decorate it, and I'll show you how to make your butterfly from scratch. If you don't have any bulk butterflies, we can make one using a square piece of paper. Okay, here's my piece that I'm going to use for my folder. It'll be the outside part of the folder, and I'm going to score it at 6. It's 12 inches by 3.5. So I'm going to score it at 6. It doesn't want to come. There we go. Then I'm going to score it again at 5 3/4. That gives us a 1/4 inch at the top, in case you want to make a very thick folder. Okay, here we go. That's the main thing. And this is going to be my outside, and my darks will be the inside. Now we're going to make the pockets. So we're going to turn the front up, and they're really, I don't have a measurement for this. I just do it by sight. And I look at it from the side and see if that's where I want my pocket to be. And then I fold it back down, determining how deep my pocket will be. So I can look here and see how deep my pocket's going to be. And I can go across here and make it straight. And it's pretty much straight. Let's see, this one needs to come down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, now that I've got my pocket folded, I'm going to put my glue underneath this fold. We'll do the sides. I don't want to do the top, and I don't need to do the bottom. And I keep it down. Now, I'm going to lift this up. I don't want to put my glue here, but I want to put my glue on this side. So I'm going to put glue here. And any other time the glue wouldn't come out, so now I've got some that came out that I don't want. So let me wipe that off. Okay. Wipe it off here, and then, because I don't want that that top to stick. Okay, and then we mash it down. That makes our double pocket up here. Open it up, and there's one back here. Okay, after you have your pocket glued down, and you have one at the top and one at the bottom, underneath. There's your pocket. And then this one underneath. Just let it sit up a little bit. And then if you want to distress it, we can distress it now. First I want to round my corners. I didn't round my corners. Then what? There we go. It looks better if you round the corners. Okay. Now, if you want to, I didn't really distress the others, but I'm going to distress this one a little bit, just up here at the top. Okay, and that kind of shows up the pocket too. Now, the next thing I want to do is put my papers in. And I've got some papers here that have been cut. I use cardstock, I use cover paper or just plain typing paper. And in order to hold it in, I'll hold them together, I use a stapler. Now, instead of regular copy paper, you might want to put some that have been dyed. Now, if you want to know how to keep your pad of paper in, what you're going to do is put a little glue at the top, and you want to put it on the inside of your folder at the top, and you want to put the part that is the ends of the stapler, the bad looking part, goes down, so we put the glue right above it. And my glue doesn't, there we go, my glue doesn't want to come out when you want it. Okay, and then we just put this in here like this and press it in, and it will stay. Now, this is made so that you can hold quite a few papers in it because of the lip there. So that's entirely up to you how much you put in there. You can tear the bottoms. You can stamp something on them in the corner. I'm just going to leave them plain right now, but that's what you can do. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I want to make a butterfly. And I want to show you how I make the butterfly. First let me get rid of my scoring board. I made these butterflies out of squares. And the technique is called tea bag folding. And this is a tea bag folding piece of paper. If you notice, it repeats. And if you look closely down the sides, you can see marks on the side, and that's where you're supposed to cut, and you'll have a perfect square, and each square will be exactly alike. And that's called tea bag paper. Okay, I'm not going to use tea bag paper. I'm going to use something else. For one butterfly I made, let's see which one it is. It's this one, I believe. I used this paper. Did the same thing. Now, the one I'm going to make now is going to be this one. And I want to show you what kind of paper I used. Believe it or not, it's leftover Christmas paper. This is actually cardstock. It's fairly thin, but working with paper is easier, but I'm going to use this cardstock this time. And the small butterfly is 1 inch square, and that's what I'm going to use. So I have a couple of squares here from that paper that looked like it had trees on it, a star and all. And I'm going to pick me out some that I like. I'm going to get the two with the most color. So I'm going to pick those two. This is how you do it. All right, you cut your, you fold your cardstock, or in most cases, your paper. Fold it into a triangle. trying to match up the corners if you can, so the white doesn't show. Sometimes it's hard to get the white to not show. Now, you put it down where the point is facing you of the triangle. After you have your triangle, you have it folding, facing you, and turn it up like this. Turn the triangle back toward you and put your finger right above the point, and then turn your sides down on one side, and put your finger back at the top and turn the other side down. As I said, it's a lot harder with a piece of cardstock than it is with paper. And then this is, you press it down, and this is what you end up with, like that. And this is made for the wings to sit up. But if you can put it on this pad here and in your junk journal, you're not going to want the wings to sit up. So what I do is glue them down. Now that you have your triangle, take it and bend it up a little ways over so you have kind of a bar there with the triangle. Turn the triangle toward you again, fold the sides down, fold the other side down. And it has a butterfly. So let's get my thing here. Let's see, my paper didn't, I've got to put some glue on this. It didn't stick. Okay, we got to decide where we want it. I think I'm going to put it here. Okay. Points come together. Now, what I'm going to do is glue the bottom. Place it on your card and the top with the other one. The point stays out on this one, like that. Now, what you have to do is kind of hold it, and then I'll wait till it sets up, and then I'll come back and show you what else you can do. Okay, now that I've got the wings glued down pretty well, I'm going to put a body on it, and we'll let the body go this direction. What I'm using here is some stickles, and that gives the notepad just a little glitz. And I think I haven't been doing it on the others, but I think I'm gonna make just a small. Oops. Strip of an antenna. Now let me get something to clean part of it up. I want to make it in here. There we go. This is kind of a I'm just putting a little antenna on this one. Now, usually when I make a butterfly, I put a wire antenna, but you don't want a wire one on this because it's going to be in your junk journal. And the wires will get hung into something and tear your pages. So we're going to just resort to a butterfly that has an antenna that's kind of large. And we're covering making the body here. And it doesn't have to be perfect as it is art. And this one didn't do as well as some of my others, but each one's different. So I'm just gonna put a little tail behind this one. Little trail. Okay. Now we have a little more space up there on the front. So let's see what else we can put on it. Got a couple stickers here. I'm kind of playing up the green a little bit. So I think, and I like the ones with the butterflies, but since we've made a butterfly, I'm going to use one of these that doesn't have a butterfly on it. So we'll just put a little stream of glue on this. And we'll sit it up, sit it up here near the top. Now I want to hold it up so I can see what I'm doing. And we'll have it lined up at the top. But I'm going to have to leave it flat so my glue will set up. And that's my little butterfly or flower or whatever you wanted to make it. But it's a handmade butterfly. And as I said, each one will end up different. This was hard to do because of the fact that it was cardstock and not paper. But looking at it, you would never know that it was from a piece of Christmas cardstock. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have a couple. That we can show. There we go. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, please come back and see me and see what I have in store for you for next time. And don't forget to subscribe. And have a great crafting day. Bye.